What did you buy as an adult because you were denied it as a child? When I was little, my grandma bought one of those fiber optic flower lamps. I was obsessed with it and always asked her to turn it on. She ended up putting it in an empty fish tank so I couldn't touch it. I now own 3 of them, and I turn them on whenever I want. My aunt had an oil raindrop lamp that I was absolutely obsessed with. It was always moving and I couldn't figure it out as a kid. Then I got tall enough to touch it. Big mistake. It's mineral oil. But even knowing a bit more how it worked, I was still amazed at the effect. Decades later, when they sold their house to move to a much smaller place in Arizona, she gave me the lamp. She said I was the only one that ever liked it or paid attention to it. So now it is in my den, and I turn it on whenever I want. She also had 2 of the fiber optic flower lamps, but gave those to someone else. I like those too, but not as much as the rain lamp. I bought an ice cream cake for no reason once. The freedom is palpable. There's a whole other world when you find out that you can walk right into a store, buy a birthday cake, and nobody asks you whose birthday it is. Not one person checks. You can literally buy a cake just because. Edit. I get excited when I get just 10 upvotes and 1 comment. This is a whole another level. I'm going to be riding this high for a full year. This calls for a cake, birthday cake. Edit 2. I didn't get a birthday cake because the frosting gives me a terrible headache. But I did stop by H-E-B and picked up a 7-Up cake. I couldn't always eat fast food as a kid, so when I became an adult, I ordered a ton of it all the time, and that was a mistake. When I was little, we always had to share a breadstick order at Pizza Hut. I have no shame in admitting that I'll order breadsticks now with no intention of sharing, like an absolute glutton. Not something I bought per se, but I run the AC/heat whenever I'm hot/cold. I'll pay the bill if it means being comfortable, especially if it's the summer. I grew up in Texas. My mother would not turn the AC on until June, no matter how hot it was. I have been known to have my AC on in December. Wow, that's nuts. We lived in the UK for a while and they famously don't have AC over there. It's not needed except for 2 weeks during the summer. Yeah, during those 2 weeks, everyone melts and can't sleep at night. I got a second-hand portable AC off of Gumtree and happily ran it for those 2 weeks. People still told me I didn't need it. Whatever, I'm gonna be comfortable for those 2 weeks while you look like a sweaty mess. Hobbies for my kids, the ones they want. I wanted to play sports and play guitar but was always told number. I wanted to learn to play literally any instrument, but was denied. I wanted to play hockey too, but wasn't allowed. It wasn't because of money. I was put unwillingly into other activities that I never asked for or wanted. So, when my kid asked for cello lessons at the age of 7, they got cello lessons. When my youngest said they wanted to give up soccer for ballet, we swapped soccer for ballet. My only rule is they have to finish the season. They are not allowed to join a team or group and quit partway through, without good reason. They have to finish the season before quitting. A Christmas tree. When I was a kid, my family went really big on Christmas. We had a little 12-inch metal tree that sat on our coffee table. It was cute, but I always envied those tall, classic-looking Christmas trees. I'm not up for the upkeep of a real tree, so I bought a really realistic-looking fake one. It's 6 feet tall, and I bought red and gold ornaments to go on it. My husband says it looks like a Hallmark tree, which is exactly what I was going for. It makes me so happy to put it up every year. My husband and I started all these cheesy little Christmas traditions too, so I'm glad our kids will have those memories one day. Feeding the giraffes at the zoo. It's just a second and it's over. It's not worth it, my mom said. I feed all the animals at the zoo now. The only one that's ever been a disappointment was budgies. They weren't really hungry, but that was only $1, so who cares? I did this as an adult. I think it was like $10. Being that close to a giraffe's tongue and feeling the little reverberations from the leaf being lapped out of my hands was truly amazing. Such a perfect opportunity for core memories to be made. To me, it was worth it. A huge Lego set. My family could never afford the $200 to $300 kits, so for Christmas last year my husband got me the huge Rifendell LOTR Lego set. In return, I got him a sports car Lego set. And for Christmas, 2 30-year-olds sat around the table drinking champagne and eating a delicious cheese board while building Legos. No regrets and definitely planning to recreate this Christmas. Oh, so many things. I grew up poor, or at least I thought so because I never got anything because it was too expensive, but looking back at the computers and mountain bikes my brother got, I think I was just being abused. At some point I stopped asking for anything because I was too worried about money, and then I stopped even wanting anything since I thought I couldn't possibly deserve anything. So after that unsolicited trauma dump, I'll list some things. Lol. I bought one of those rugs that have a cityscape on them, the ones you use with little cars. I had it for years in use in our kitchen, but then my dog pooped on it and I just couldn't get it clean and had to throw it out. I started buying Legos. I always wanted them as a child and begged my brother to let me play with his insane collection, but he rarely allowed me to. I love the botanical series and it has healed something in me to put them together and just play for no reason. So many art supplies, craft supplies, books, clothes that I actually like, good winter clothes that actually keep me warm. Fidget toys, slime, Play-Doh, Orbeez, and all the sensory toys I wanted as a child. Being an adult is awesome. A separate bedroom for my daughter. This was actually difficult for me to grasp. When we moved into our new flat with a second bedroom and stopped co-sleeping, I had no idea how to set it up. I never had my own room as a kid and lived in a one-bedroom with my mom and brother. My brother and I slept in the living room on a mattress on the floor that we would roll up after we woke up so the living room could carry on being a living room instead of our makeshift bedroom. When I set up my daughter's bed in her own bedroom, I almost cried because I realized that I'd never had my own room, so no clue how she was supposed to live in it. Luckily, my wife grew up in a house with multiple bedrooms and knew what she was doing. Oh, also a fridge full of fizzy drinks and a cabinet full of crisps. Also something I never had as a kid, but when I went to my rich friends' houses, they always had those on request. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos. See you soon again.